What is going on, YouTube? Got a really exciting video for you all today. So we are going to be buying another car from auction. So if you're brand new to the channel, this is kind of what we do. You know, we find these neglected, abused, but cool cars from auction, buy them super cheap, and then fully rebuild them, whether it's performance-wise, interior-wise, exterior-wise, all of that. So in today's video, we picked up a 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee Overland for $2,000. So you're gonna watch us take delivery of this thing, walk around, kind of show you everything that's wrong with it, everything that's right with it. And I know that a Jeep build was highly requested from all of you, so hope you're all excited for this. So this is our build and giveaway number 5. So you can go head on over to our website, atlanticbeachcustoms.com, and get entered to win this car. So every $5 you spend in merch will earn you 1 entry. So the more you spend, the more entries you earn. And you can also buy the digital photos of this car, which are $2. So you can actually get entries for $2 by buying the digital photos. And then as the car gets built over time, then the photos will go up to $5 to match with the merch. We have done the same thing with a Dodge Charger Pursuit. Got the 5.7 liter V8 with all-wheel drive. It's getting Hellcat supercharged, and the giveaway for that ends on August 1st. So you are down to your final days to enter to win the Dodge Charger as well. So whenever you go place an order on the website, you'll just select which car you want to get entered into. And we are so excited for Michael Owen from Illinois, who had the lucky winning entry that won him this car. Michael has placed 23 orders dating back to last October, and it was just recently an order of 5 air fresheners that won him this car. So you never know, pick up a few air fresheners with each build. You never know when your luck will hit and when you'll win one of our custom cars. Stay tuned for the delivery video of this to Michael.
We just got news.
Jeez.
The Jeep was already delivered and he's already got this thing off the truck.
Hey, how's it going? Sorry about that. I didn't even know. I just got a call saying you were here, so.
Called in and then I go that and not that one.
Sorry about that. Oh man, is there anything you need me to sign? Yeah, we buy them on, and then fix them up on YouTube.
On YouTube?
Yep.
Yeah, you have that tire like in this.
Yep.
Yeah, you do mechanic, right?
Yes. Yep. I don't do a whole lot of it. I have some buddies that do a lot of the heavy lifting with the mechanics.
That's it.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Take care. Well, we missed it again. Was it just the last one that we missed? No, it was the Challenger. It was the Challenger we missed.
Yep.
Dang. Once again, it happened. So I got a phone call from the dispatch lady saying that the driver is out front of the house. So we came running out, but I guess he already did the full unloading himself. Let's take a full walk around of this thing real quick. I don't even know what year this thing is, so I'll have to look it up again. So we're going to be doing basically a mimic Trackhawk build on this thing. So it's gonna be insane. What do you think? What are your first impressions?
I'm nervous. I see some pretty significant little hits, but I have faith we can get this thing cleaned up. Like when I first came out, I was really impressed. It's like, whoa, that thing's awesome.
It's just doing a little bit of a stanky leg right now with that wheel.
Yeah.
So, and I think there was some on the rear bumper over there.
Here on the bumper.
But it is the 5.7. I think yes, it's the Overland trim.
Okay.
We got the hitch. We got the dual exhaust, which is awesome.
Nice.
It is the 5.7 Hemi. Oh, nice.
You got both connectors.
It's got both
4-pin and the 7.
Pretty decent wheels. Looks like there's no tread at all.
Yeah.
That might be why they crashed.
That could very well be the reason.
And then, yeah, this is really the extent of the damage up here. Looks like at a minimum, we're going to need to replace this fender and probably the door. That's what's cool though, is these parts are really easy to find for these things. And we are doing the full Trackhawk look. So we're gonna be replacing the fender flares anyways. These things would be coming off. Front bumper.
This thing actually survived.
Wonder what kind of damage we're looking at underneath there.
Good,
the headlights look good. It's got the tow hooks down there, red. Yeah, this thing's sweet. That's a sensor.
Is it?
Yeah, or a camera or something. I believe that's a sensor though. And then this side looks pretty good. Oh yeah, I see that over there on the back.
Yeah,
pretty cool silver.
Looks good, it is.
We got the mirrors with the turn signal. That's cool. I think that's an upgraded option as well. And then back here, what do we have? So looks like we're missing just the fender flare for this. And then
it looks like it just kind of
popped out.
Well, over here, something happened here, so.
Oh yeah.
Maybe they hooked this up underneath something as they were pulling away.
But yeah, it looks pretty sweet.
It does. It really
does. Tail
does.
lights are in good shape.
So excited to see inside.
Little backup camera right there. Yeah, this thing looks awesome.
It does.
I'm so excited.
You ready?
Let's take a look. Yes, we have 2 keys.
Nice.
I was hoping we'd have them.
2 key fobs. That is good.
Wow.
Ooh, I like. Look at the trim.
Got the
Wow,
overland seats.
carbon fiber up there, like. Oh, I like that a lot.
Looks
Like,
sweet.
look at this.
Oh, that's a nice. Oh, looks like they did a little
Wood
bit of
trim.
carbon vinyl wrap. Look, you can see that right in here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, they did some carbon fiber
That's what they
vinyl.
did on it. Okay.
But I love the original trim. I
Yeah.
think that's actually. I'm not really a
Those
big
look
fan
nice.
of wood trims. This one is like a nice. I don't know, kind of hard to explain, but this one looks super nice.
It's got two different.
Oh,
seat
nice.
positions.
Two
Love
different
that.
memory seats. That is sweet. And then just your standard controls. You get a nice little bronze trim right here with that wood. I think that is pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think. Should we keep the stuff or should we wrap it? You know, we could always go with the carbon fiber wrap, something a little bit higher quality than that, but we could do carbon fiber wrap. Gloss black is always clean.
This looks like some kind of cover they put over. Yeah, this little leather cover.
Oh, is that the actual cover for the
It's a
car?
cover.
I think this
I
is
think
the
it's an
factory
add-on.
cover.
Is it?
Yeah, so looks like the factory leather up there is coming down a little bit. Yeah, I think that is.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, it is.
that'll take some tweaking. Yeah, there's a little bit more of that carbon wrap right up here. Seat controls do work. So let's get the seat all the way back.
These seats.
The seats are
Got the
awesome.
Overland stitching.
And they look super nice. I don't see
Yeah.
any tears. Just another look at that trim. More carbon fiber vinyl.
Does this have
Oh,
suspension?
it does. This has the air
Up, down?
suspension.
Sweet.
Four-wheel drive low. Look at all these different modes. You have auto, sand, snow, rock, and mud. So that's what's special about these overland trims. These things are souped up. A little hair tie. Oh. See if there's any money on that thing. Can you imagine if there's still money on that?
Prepaid card that's got $100 on it. I doubt it, but maybe it is one of those prepaid cards. So,
Never know. We'll try it
might
out.
be part of the car.
A lot of carbon trim.
So does it start?
I don't know.
Wait, you don't even know what year it is?
No, well, I don't remember.
Okay.
I haven't really had any time to look at this
Look
thing.
at the back seat.
The last, the back seat looks good.
yeah.
Take a look back here. Ooh, that is nice. That is a super nice back seat. Look at the sunroof. That's a pretty big sunroof.
Yeah.
I love it. Perfect interior
Wow.
to work with. It's all black. Door card looks good. And it looks like right over here, you got some AC vents, 2 USB ports, an outlet, which is awesome. And then these are 2-level heated seats. So that is super cool. Both of these back seats are heated.
Yeah, this is nice.
It's sweet.
It
This is
really
really
is.
cool. Thing
Look, you got
opens.
speakers out here.
Where?
That's cool.
Oh yeah, right back there in the back. That is awesome. You know, the interior looks phenomenal, except for that up there, the dash. That's really the only thing, but
Yeah.
all of the leather is good on the seats. It's clean. There's no rips or tears. Let's open the trunk. Oh, nice. It is just a button in there. So what do we got? Is this a control arm or part of one?
Mm-hmm.
We got part of the skeleton of the car in here. This is probably where that spare was. Oh, is that the original wheel? You want to take it out and let's see how badly that one's damaged?
Wait, they switched the wheel?
Yeah, we have the Steely up front. This was the wheel when it was wrecked, so you want to take it out so we can try to see how
Sure.
bad it is?
Oh yeah, it is the Steely. Huh.
Doesn't really have a whole lot of damage to the face of it.
Yeah, it's surprising because when you
So-
flip it over here, look at that. So
So it's got a dent on. I wonder if they hit something
Inside.
underneath.
They must have.
Look at this trunk though. This trunk is huge.
It's so huge. Like, look at this full tire.
Giant wheel. What size wheels are these? Because I know the Overlands, let's see, these are 20s. So we got the factory 20-inch wheels.
Cool. Look at that.
Nice. Yeah, that is a nice big trunk. That's why I'm so excited to build this thing. You know, we've done 2 Chargers, a Chrysler 300, a Challenger. So now we're adding a Jeep Grand Cherokee to the mix. You know, we're gonna build this thing up. It's gonna be insane, and it's gonna be a family car, which is gonna be so cool. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna need some new hood struts. There it is, 5.7 liter V8. Looks pretty clean in here for the most part. We'll get in here, kind of take off. Oh, nice. Looks a little dirty. This thing does have a bit higher mileage on it, But what I'm thinking about doing is testing to see how good this 5.7 is, looking in to see if it needs a rebuild, but possibly just doing a full SRT swap. We could get a 6.4 engine with the transmission and just completely redo that. Maybe a 6.2. Yeah. Maybe we could get a Hellcat engine with the transmission and just swap the entire thing. So ton of options with this thing.
It's missing the cap. Like,
oh, it is missing the oil fill cap, or the dipstick. Well, let's try to start this thing up real quick.
okay.
We got 178,000 miles.
Let's go listen to it.
Yeah. Wow, AC is already cold. Sounds a little noisy.
Yeah. Something's clanking.
It's got a little clank to it. Yeah, it does. And that's why, keep in mind, this thing costs $2,000. We bought this thing for $2,000. So
looks nice. Like,
oh, I know. It's got
great.
the
Almost
full.
out.
It's got the full digital display.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. And that's cool. It's like, I really do like
Got a
the
super
dash.
nice display over here.
Is the speedometer, is that the... Does it do a digital display of the speed?
Oh, these have vented seats. I was
Nice.
wondering,
Cool.
since they've got
Yeah,
all the
the
little
holes.
perforated holes.
Yep.
I was
Oh, that's
wondering.
cool.
So the rears are heated, but these front two are heated and vented. And you got the
And
heated steering wheel.
yeah.
And you got the mirror dimmer. Wow.
Cool.
That's sweet. So it looks like we'll have some more troubleshooting and diagnosing to do with that.
Yep.
Let me know right now, so far with what you've seen, would you buy this thing for $2,000? Because when you think about it, it's worth way more than that just in parts. I bet I could part out just the seats alone and probably sell them for about $1,500 for all of them.
Yeah.
So I bet I could make just about that much money just off of the seats.
Tons of potential.
There's
in
tons
this
of
car.
potential.
It's a nice car.
And I feel like that's what makes it so fun, is when these things have a little bit more damage in the very beginning,
Yep.
it makes that transformation even that more special, because this is what we're starting with. So take a mental picture of this thing in your minds right now, so that way when this thing's all fixed up and it's ripping down the road, we will remember that this was the first day that we all saw it. All right, so I'm having my wife take a look at this thing for the first time. What are your first impressions?
It looks nice.
And just be honest, okay?
It's a newer year, isn't it?
It is a newer year.
Oh, this brings me back to your old Jeep.
Yeah, when Gabby and I met, I had my old Jeep Grand Cherokee, so I've got a
Hot.
soft spot for these things. What do you think?
So what do you do about this?
I don't know yet, because we don't really know what's wrong. So we're definitely gonna have to replace the fender. We're gonna see how bad the damage is behind that.
It's tilted in a little.
It is. It is definitely tilted in. Come look at it from over here.
Oh, wow, yeah. Oh, so that might be a little pricey.
We'll see, yeah.
Other than that, well, let me keep looking at it.
Yeah, keep looking. Also, do you know how much I bought this for?
No, actually.
$2,000.
Oh, 2,000.
Yeah.
Oh, that's insane. Okay, why is it coming off here?
That's what we're trying to figure out. We were thinking that maybe they ran something over. It went underneath the car and popped out here by the rear bumper, and it kind of just popped it out a little, but we don't know.
Okay, so outside I would probably give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Because overall it looks amazing.
It does.
But then this scares me.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, it looks so nice. Oh, is that like carbon fiber?
It's just wrap. It's all over the
Okay, but
place.
It looks cool. Are
I
you
don't know
totally
if I
gonna
love
take
it because
off?
we got bronze trim going on, wood trim, a little bit of chrome, and then a little bit of the carbon fiber
yeah,
wrap.
bronze.
So
The what?
got a lot of things going
We
on.
got a lot going on in here, but wow, it looks really nice. I like these seats.
The seats are awesome. They're heated and ventilated.
Bedazzled what?
I think it definitely is a female's car. I did see a bedazzled, bedazzled ignition cover. So it went around that
Oh,
start
over
stop
this?
button. It's somewhere in here.
Oh, it's this.
Yep. So
It was right here.
look at the sunroof.
Cute. Oh,
It's
oh my
huge.
gosh, I didn't even notice. Oh, I love sunroofs.
Yeah,
this one is
it's a massive
huge.
one. But like the interior for the most part is in super good shape.
It looks amazing.
And so much more room than our QX70 back there.
Oh yeah.
It's so much more spacious. Would you drive this thing?
Oh yeah.
You drive a
I
Grand
would drive
Cherokee?
this.
I was debating buying a wrecked SRT model for a little bit more, but you know, I figured there's not really a whole lot else I could do to it. And this, for $2,000, that really gives me the ability to build it however I want. We got a lot more to look into. So what we're gonna do right now is get this thing parked in the driveway so that way we have a little bit more room. And then we're gonna take a little bit of a further look into this thing. But I am really interested to see how this thing drives. Even though we're just gonna be like driving up here and reversing, so hardly driving it at all. Got a nice backup camera, that thing's huge. Oh, and something I just realized, it does have heated mirrors with the blind spot monitoring. That is super cool. I have to get as close as I can to make all of these cars fit. All right, so I got the Jeep parked now. So now we can do a little bit of a more in-depth walkthrough, kind of show you all of the features with this thing, because that's what's cool with these Overland trims, is these things really are packed with a ton of cool features. So we'll give you guys a little bit more of a detailed walkthrough right now, show you some of the other things. All right, so very first thing that I want to do is actually get some gas in here because it is practically on empty. And I want to start it up so that way we can test out the air suspension and all of that. That's so funny. Every single car I've bought from auction comes completely on empty. I don't know if those auction lots siphon the gas out. I assume they do because every single car is totally empty. All right, so now that we've got a little bit of gas in there, this is gonna require some fixing. Wonder what happened there. But anyways, let's get this thing started. Yeah, I think the battery is dead. Okay, well, this is actually perfect because we just recently got a sponsor for a jump pack. So the folks over at GOOLOO were kind enough to send us one of their jump starters right here. Figured this would actually be the perfect time to get this thing unboxed. 6,000 amp peak current, all gas, up to 12-liter diesel. So that's awesome. This thing will pretty much work with everything. So this is their GT6000 jump starter. Let's get this thing opened up and let's see how it does. All right, so it looks pretty simple. You'll just connect it to the vehicle battery. It'll let you know when it's ready to go. You just simply start the car. So it does have some built-in safety protections, overcharge protection, overcurrent protection, short circuit protection, and then a few of these other things. High and low temp, spark proof, over voltage, overload, and reverse charge.
That's awesome.
Yeah, first impressions, this thing's pretty heavy. This feels like a solid jump starter. Super nice packaging. Here it is. Wow. Nice and sleek. You know, it does have some weight to it, but not big and bulky by any means. So it's definitely portable. You can bring this with you anywhere. Yeah, feel that.
Man, I love the size. To have a jump starter this small?
This would work with the truck. That's what's so crazy. Is this thing could power up that. So here are all of the different little ports over here you got. Super nice. Let's see what else we've got in the box. Here's a little user manual. Sweet. Comes with the little carry bag. I love that. And then it looks like we've got some cables. USB to USB-C, USB-C to USB-C. So this creates a cigarette lighter.
So yeah.
It probably plugs into
that
right
one,
there.
I think.
Wow. That's awesome.
And then,
So
wow.
that's sweet.
Very cool.
So here is everything that comes in the box. You got the jump starter itself, user manual, super nice carry bag. You've got the actual jumper cables, and then all of these other cords. So real quick, I just want to see right here, we've got the power button. So press 1 to 2 seconds to power the jump starter on. Hold it down for about 10 seconds to turn it off. The boost button, so this button right up here, you'll press 1 to 2 seconds to force the output, and then ready will be displayed on the screen. And then right over here, this is where you'll actually plug the cables in, just like that. And then you'll hook it up to your battery. So super simple, really intuitive. You know, you can't mess it up.
Yep.
Yeah, it does not get easier than that. I think really the last thing I have to do is get this thing charged, and it plugs in right there. Nice, so it looks like it's already at 76%.
Nice. That is the coolest jump starter ever. And we've been needing one anyway.
All right, y'all, so now we are ready to try to jump this thing. Red goes on up here. Take that cover off, put the red up there, attach the black, and then it says ready. So, you can see right there. All right, so now that I've got it hooked up, I'll just let it run for a little bit. We'll try to get this thing started. This is going to be a lifesaver. I can't even tell you all how many times I could have used this. You know, we'll have a car die way back there or have a car die parked forward in the garage. It's always a hassle getting it jumped. So having this is gonna be an absolute lifesaver, and it's just something that's good to have. You never know when you'll need a jump. And so being able to jump your car on the go by yourself really is incredible. So go check them out. You can use this code down below to get a discount on this. All right, so we let it run for a little bit. So now let's try to start this thing back up. Let's see, so we got the key in here. Here we go. Just like that. Worked like an absolute charm. So now we'll just turn it off, disconnect the black, disconnect the red, and boom, we are good to go. Works perfectly. And that was from charging for literally like a minute or two. So if you do not have a jumper pack, highly recommend this one. This is once again the GOOLOO GT6000. Link will be down below in the description, so you can go pick one of these up, and you can use our special code to get a discount on yours as well. Huge shout out to GOOLOO. Thank you so much for sending this over. I'm definitely gonna be picking one of these up for every single car. All right, so now we got this thing started. You can really hear the tapping. You know, why don't we actually take this off also? That does no good for us. This thing's gonna need a little bit of work. All right, what I really wanna try right now is that air suspension. It does have all these different drive modes, but this is what I want. Look at that. Look at how much height that is. That is wild. Here's the front. Yeah, that really is insane. I was not expecting it to be able to go that high. So you can really see the off-road capabilities that these things have. It is a pretty luxurious car. You know, you got the super nice seats with the accent stitching, the nice wood trim. So now let's try to lower this thing. So here's a little comparison of the lowest setting. So that's awesome. Air suspension works perfectly in this thing. It looks like there's a lot of different things you can do with this car. Looks like you got the tailgate button right here. Just little lights. These are for the sunroof. You got all your wiper controls over here. It does have paddle shifters, which is awesome. So that's super cool. We do have paddle shifters on this thing. AC is nice and cold, so that's always a plus. And then it looks like these are your cruise controls. You can set the distance, speedometer. There we go. That's cool. I prefer that one. I'll probably just leave it on this one. Okay, enter screen setup. Oh wow, you can totally change the setup right here. All right, well, let's turn this thing off. Don't want to let it run too much because we are still pretty low on gas. And I do want to do some basic maintenance kind of before we really start running this thing. I don't know when the last time any of these fluids were changed. Sounds like we have the Hemi tick. The cargo space is huge. I guess I'm used to our QX70, which is basically like one of those coupe SUVs where the roofline slopes down. You know, you have so much trunk space in here. 12-volt port right there. It's like these are probably for the nets that we don't have. Then we got a speaker right there. There's another look at that massive sunroof. So we'll get that opened up here in just a second. Looks like there's a little cup holder. Come hop in here. You got so much headroom. Way more headroom than I have in the QX70. Take this off. And it looks like we've got a little bee nest or beehive, whatever the heck those things are called. That's pretty funny, actually. It does not look like we have any floor mats. We just have the factory carpet, but looks like it's all in super good shape. Don't see any stains on there, so that's awesome. And this one is basically already off. But I gotta say, it is pretty satisfying peeling this stuff up. Oh, looks like we're going to lift up the entire piece with it. So looks like we'll have to do a little bit of work with this center console. There we go. Already looking much better. Oh, okay. Guess that I will actually leave this back on for now. There we go. Just take this off too. That's so much better. I'm actually a huge fan of the bronze trim. I think I will probably end up keeping that. But that's something else I want to get your guys' opinion on. Do you like the bronze with this wood? Okay, so now let's hop back here and let's check to see if the rest of this stuff works. Oh, let me go grab the key fob. Okay, let's try this again. Nice. That is awesome. So looks like this first half is the functional one that actually opens up, and then the rear one you can open as well, but it's just the glass. So let's close this. Wow, that is a massive sunroof. Let me go sit back here so I can show you guys. It feels crazy. That is so cool. That is the biggest sunroof I have ever seen in a car. And it really does just make the entire thing feel so open. So that is super, super cool. Nice. Try all the windows. Okay, so that's awesome. Looks like all of the windows work. Let's try out these mirrors. What I think I'll do right now, something I always love to do with these part one videos when we take delivery of a car, is get them cleaned. You know, it is pretty dirty. You never really know where these things came from, so I always like to give them a little detail. So let's get this thing cleaned up. There is so much potential for this thing. So for all of you out here watching, let us know down below in the comments what you want to see out of this build. Do you want it to be more luxurious focused, more sporty, you know, more of an off-road build? There are so many different ways we can go about this build. So let's start getting this thing cleaned up. thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're just as excited as I am to start this Jeep build, because I've got some really big plans for it, but I also want to hear what you want to see out of this. So drop in the comments down below what you'd like to see out of our Jeep build. Make sure to go get entered into the giveaway, especially while the digital photos are only $2 each. You know, you can stack up your entries right now for $2. They will not be cheaper than that. And make sure you go get entered to win our Dodge Charger. Once again, 20 days left for this. So we're down to our final days to win our Dodge Charger Hellcop. We got some exciting stuff coming to the channel besides those as well. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have those post notifications on. But thank you all again so much for watching, and we'll catch you all later.